I've missed you. Have you missed me?
I've missed you. I'm never in LA. I'm always shooting in Georgia, and the hours are crazy, so we never get to come, and it's kind of, it's refreshing, especially now with all the weather conditions on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I was snowed in for 4 days. I couldn't leave the house, which, as a Canadian, and 3 inches of snow is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't exactly agree with it, but nothing was open. Like, even the grocery stores, it became like apocalypse. Like, it was just like, you go to the grocery store, there's no eggs, there's no milk, there was nothing. So I felt like I was in survival mode.
You're happy to be back among thriving civilization.
And there's sun and just warmth, and I'm wearing tank tops as opposed to huge sweaters, so it's nice.
Well, I know the fans are very excited for the show to come back. I think every week without the Vampire Diaries feels like an eternity to the diehard fans. What can you tell us about what we can expect coming up for the rest of the season?
A lot, as per usual. A lot of Damon and Stefan saving the day. There's a lot of new characters kind of coming in. There's one specific character that has been anticipated for a long time who's going to be coming in.
Perhaps, mayhaps.
Who that is, I don't think we know yet. I know they've been going through a rigorous casting, but I don't think.
Did you have any ideas? Or do you have an idea in your head what he might look like? Because obviously he has to be a very formidable presence, right?
Honestly, I don't.
And probably hot. Given the other guys on your show.
It's yeah, I mean, it's a CW, so he has to be mildly attractive. But I think, honestly, I think it would be awesome if Sacha Baron Cohen as his Austrian character, and he came and he was like, "Hello, my name is Klaus. Can I suck your blood?" Like, I think that would be awesome.
Oh my god,
I think Klaus should be Austrian. Yeah, I think he should be the complete opposite of what everyone thinks and expects. Like, they think he's this big bad vampire, and I think he should come and be like, "Hello, everyone. How are you? Can I suck your blood?" So I think
if that doesn't happen on the show, that needs to be a Funny or Die video. Make that happen.
We're actually working on one right now.
Oh, really?
When we were snowed in Georgia, we were all kind of like twiddling our thumbs, not knowing what to do, so we got a camera and we shot a couple things. I don't know if we'll release them or not, but we'll see.
You and the
a bunch of us.
members?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to see that.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see
cool.
if it's funny. We might submit it, but
yeah, that's very cool. All right, so Catherine and Elena, you're now sort of really well versed, I think, in both of those roles. And I think the last time I talked to you, you were just kind of sinking your teeth in.
Yeah.
Sorry, I really didn't mean that as a bad pun. To Catherine, now I feel like you're totally owning both roles. But is one more fun for you to play than the other? Catherine's pretty badass.
Catherine is pretty awesome. I love playing Catherine, and I love Elena. I have a soft spot for both of them, and I understand both of them, and it's probably why I'm slowly going crazy, because having to be those two completely different types of people can really mess with you a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun to do bad things and be paid to do bad things. I mean, all your life you go being told, like, my parents always told me to be good and to not hurt people, and here I am, not only doing that and hurting people and being bad, and I'm getting away with it and being paid for it. So it's pretty cool.
What can you tell the fans about Stefan and Elena and Damon and Elena?
I think, without giving away too much, Stefan and Elena are working out some kinks, and Elena and Damon are still in the same place that they kind of always have been. They've been jumping around between friendship and more or less, or hatred, and it's just so up and down. It's like a roller coaster with Stefan and, with Elena and Damon. Well, really with all of them. All of their lives are this big, giant, horrible, unsteady roller coaster, and it's very unpredictable and terrifying.
Would it be fun for you, while playing Elena, to have sort of more of a connection with Damon? Because I feel like he could give her even more of an edge. I mean, she's already sort of come a long way from when we first met her, because she's been through so much and seen so much and has dealt with so much. But it seems like he might pull her a little bit more to the dark side, which could be kind of fun as Elena to play.
I think opposites attract.
Yeah.
They definitely attract, and Elena is a little bit more, not frigid, but she's just a little bit more reserved and more loyal. She's just a more wholesome girl, and Damon does bring out the more. I think it makes her more excited, and it makes her sort of go into places that she hasn't yet. But then at the same time, her nature is very wholesome and very. She needs that sort of consistent love and protection, and that's what Stefan gives to her. So it's kind of. I think she doesn't really know either, but she has a lot of time ahead of her, and she's going to figure it out.
Really, I think either way, can't lose, right? Ian Somerhalder or Paul Wesley?
I don't think, her options, whichever way she goes, she's good.
Could do worse.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your brother hooking up with your best friend? It's an interesting development.
I don't know yet, because Elena has no idea. Elena's kind of been out of the Bonnie, Jeremy world for a little while, and she's kind of blissfully unaware of what's going on in the romantic relationship that they're sort of discovering together. If she were to find out, though, I think it would be a little weird at first. But at the same time, I mean, Jeremy's dated other girls, including Vicky, who is Elena's friend too. So she's a pretty understanding girl. If she can understand the fact that people are trying to kill her left, right, and center, and she has to run away and kill vampires and werewolves and there's witches, I think she could understand and accept eventually that her brother and her friend are dating.
Yes.
That would be, I think she'd be relieved, actually. She'd be like, oh, okay, you have to tell me something, and it's not that somebody's going to die? Okay, good. I'm okay with it.
I wanted to ask you about the new show that Kevin Williamson is doing. I know it's not a spin-off, it's a totally separate thing, but I'm just curious your thoughts on, obviously Kevin and Julie are so talented, and your show is doing so well. It's such a huge hit for the CW. It seems like only a natural thing that they would start doing a second show, but how do you feel about that when you heard the news that they would be doing a second show? Are you concerned at all that they might have a little less time for your show?
No, I think that our show has. I mean, there's no doubt that Kevin and Julie are the heart of the show, and they think of it, they create it, and they have a great supporting team as well. We can't forget about the fact that it's not just the two of them, there's a lot of people involved. And I don't think that, Kevin's going to be doing other projects, and I'm just like, we as actors, in our hiatus, we work on other films, but that doesn't mean that we don't love or are not as focused on the show that we're doing. So I think it's just going to be different, but I think the spin-off show is going to be great. If Kevin's writing it, it's obviously going to be great. And so I guess we'll kind of see. I'm excited. I don't really even know what it's about or anything. They've all been very tight-lipped about it. It's a big mystery, and it keeps people guessing and wondering. So I guess that's what they want.
How much longer do you see your show going? Because I don't think the fans will ever let it go off the air. There might be rioting in the street whenever that happens. But
in Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A good 10 years, I'm thinking.
That kind of thing I have nothing to do with.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things where as long as the fans live it and they want to watch it, I'm going to be there making it, and I'm going to be giving it 110% from now till the last day that I film, because I love both my characters and the show that I'm on, and it's a wonderful, great thing. I've said this so many times, but it's truly so wonderful and refreshing to find not only one but two amazing characters, because it's so hard as an actress. A lot of the time, when you're first starting out, you'll have to do a lot of things that you might not necessarily be passionate about, or they aren't your ideal roles, but you have to kind of take what you get. And I am so lucky, and I love it. And now I'm going to keep doing things that I love.
I think you can actually say you're working 200%.
I guess so,
100%
yeah.
for Catherine, 100% for Elena.
but when you say that you're, like 110%, that's really 220%.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're one of the hardest working actresses out there. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, based on how different the characters are, the different nuances that you've given them, and how many scenes you're in. I mean, it's a heavy load that you're carrying. So kudos to you.
I don't sleep very much, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm happy to do it.